Hey everybody, how are you today? I am over here in Houston, Texas area on a Texas warning watch, or in a tornado warning watch. So if I lose power, I've lost power a couple of times already today. I am so sorry in advance for that, but I wanted to be able to stream. So I couldn't do it on my phone because I wanted to be able to stream Zoom, so I can have a few things to show you. So thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to talk to you today about Jamaica and how you can work towards still earning that. The time is not up. We still have over 2 full months to get there. So I want to talk to you about some of the things that I did to be able to earn it, and some of the things that I can encourage you to do between now and the end of March to get there. So while we're waiting for that, I would love to know what shade of lipstick or lip product are you using or wearing right now? And let's hope it's Color Street. Okay, so this is the tinted lip balm, but I wanted to put on a color. Look at that though. I mean, that looks good, y'all. That looks good. I was like, what color could I wear? I need a good bright pink. And they never look as bright, I swear, when I'm looking at here as when they actually get on my lips. So this one is Knockout. I'm gonna use you guys. I'm gonna use y'all. That one's a little more purple. Anyway, it is cold here in Houston. And I am stoked to be thinking all about Jamaica and the fact that I get to go there and I get to take a guest with me, because everybody who earns Jamaica gets to take a guest. I mean, that's huge, right? But as I'm freezing and worrying about my kids because they're texting me from school because they are in, I don't even know what they have them doing, because there's a tornado watch. My son's like, come get me. And I'm all, dude, if there's a tornado coming towards your school, the last thing I need to do is be in a car. I know that kind of makes me sound like a terrible mother, but oh my goodness. So Erica says she needs help getting people to sign up on her team. I've been asking, but not getting any yeses. Okay, I get it. I get it. So let's talk about the requirements for the trip really quick for those of you that are like, I don't even know what those requirements are. Okay, so they announced the trip at conference last August, and they counted all of August towards earning the points. So I have a couple of trackers here. This one is actually, I'm going to show you where to find it in a minute, but this tracker here is a Color Street tracker. This tracker here is one that I shared with my team, but I got it from somebody else. I can't remember who. I'm so sorry. Who did I get this from? Oh, I got this from, who did I get it from? Hannah Stillman. Okay, so anyway, so this one's kind of a little more fun that you can use for tracking, but it helps you see what the goals are. So in order to earn the trip, now think about it. If Color Street wants to offer a trip to their stylists, all right, so this isn't, you know, as stylists, our job is to sell Color Street products, okay? So our immediate reward for doing that is commissions. Okay, so we all get paid commissions. It's not like this is completely like, thanks for volunteering your time to sell our product, you get nothing for it. Okay, so first and foremost, we are always rewarded, okay, for our efforts. So when we earn commission, or when we sell our product, we earn commission and we get paid for that. So Color Street offers all kinds of little extras here and there because they want to spoil us. So for example, they've got the 500 PV incentive for this month and next month. If you sell 500 PV in January and 500 PV in February, you're going to get 6 bonus cosmetic items that we're going to be getting this fall. Okay, so that's a bonus. So here is a trip. They're going to send us to Jamaica, put us up in a hotel, let us take a guest. They're making a big deal out of this. So that means it's going to be a big deal to get there. Okay, it's not easy for a reason. They want you to work to earn this, and obviously the efforts that we're doing bring in money for the company. They bring in commission for you, but they bring in the money that helps them pay for us to take this trip. Okay, so it all makes sense. If you are one of those people that you think it should be not quite as hard to get there, I get it. When I first saw these requirements came out, I was like, man, I'm not going to get there. That was the first thought that came into my mind. But that is my inner mean girl, like Kelly talks about, telling me that I can't achieve something. And usually what happens for me is that I turn around and say, oh, no, Erin, you're going to prove that you can get there. That is what my whole Color Street career has been around, is me hearing either from myself or other people that I can't do something and taking that discouragement and turning it into drive. So taking discouragement, turning it into drive, because I want to prove to myself that I did everything I possibly could to earn this trip. Now, is it possible I wasn't going to? Of course it's possible. Things happen. We have lives. We're busy. Sometimes the efforts that we're putting just don't match up to the results that we're hoping for. Okay, so but when I have a challenge put in front of me, and when I hear those words, you can't do this, I take that I take that and I turn it into drive, because I'm going to be determined to get there. So you're going to need 6,000 in PV, and that is equal to 12 points. Okay, so you're going to have to sell 6,000 in PV, whether you live in the US or Canada. PV is the universal number that we'll use for all of us. It'll be the same when we move into Germany, even though the dollar amounts, Canadian and American dollars, are different. PV is the universal number that we use to talk about our sales. So you're going to need 6,000 PV minimum in sales in order to achieve the 12 required volume points for yourself. Then we have enrollment points. Okay, Color Street grows by bringing in new people who then in turn start to sell. So what Color Street's doing with this trip is reinforcing the behaviors that they want us to see they want to see us putting into practice to actually build our businesses. Okay, so the trips are generally geared towards business building stylists. Not generally, they are. They're geared towards business building stylists. And as you've probably seen, because the fact that we are under the amazing and one-of-a-kind Kelly France, who has the highest title in the company, the highest lifetime title in the company, we know that this business has insane potential. So if you're here to build a business, a great way to do that is to take these different challenges that Color Street gives us and to apply those into our daily actions, daily mode of operation, so that we are able to move towards growth in our business and achieving fun things like a trip. Okay, so you are required to have 4 minimum qualified stylists. Now, yes, they had double point months in the months of November and December. However, you still have to have 4 bodies who have hit qualified stylist. Now, something exciting that you may not have heard, in the month of February, we are switching over a few things in our compensation plan. And one of those is if you have 150 PV in volume, you are considered a qualified stylist. That starts in February, not in March or in January. Y'all get to 300 PV and get yourself qualified, right? And I hope that you'll continue to strive towards never make the minimum your maximum. That's what I'm going to say. If you want to do things like earn trips to Jamaica and behave like the CEO of your business, never make the minimums your maximum. Okay. But that is exciting news, though, that 150 PV is what a qualified stylist is considered. So if you bring on a stylist this month, next month, or March, and they don't qualify till February or March, they only need 150 PV to count as a qualified stylist for you. So that's a big deal. Okay. So if you're like, I've already got this category covered, I got this category covered, I just need one more stylist. That is exciting that will be the case. Then you need 6,000 in enrolling volume points. So these are the 3 categories that are required: personal PV, personal enrolling, and the volume of your new stylists that have joined since the qualification period began, which is August. Okay, so your new stylists need to bring in 6,000 in PV collectively. That's kind of overwhelming, right? I'm going to go look over here. You got a tornado watch too, Bridget? Yeah, it's overwhelming. Okay, so not only are we supposed to bring stylists in, but we're supposed to help them. We're supposed to help them have volume, which is a little crazy. The wind just picked up. It's fine. Everything's fine. Sorry, you guys. I was not born and raised in an area that had tornadoes. And so this has been a stressful part of my life, adding in tornadoes and hurricanes and different things when we moved to Texas. A little scary. Nobody told me in the comments what lip color they're wearing right now. I want to know what color you're wearing on your lips. I had this and then I added some color to it. Oh my gracious. Can y'all hear the wind? Somebody tell me if you can hear that wind. It seems very, very loud to me. At any rate, sorry, I'm getting super squirreled, distracted. Okay, so a lot of people have said to me, okay, so yes, it's true, I earned Jamaica already, and yes, I've earned level 2. And a lot of people say, well, you know, how has it happened? What's going on? What got you to get there? So I was that person that at conference, they gave us the announcement of the requirements, and I saw that in rolling volume, and I went, it's never going to happen. So I told you what I do with that when I say to myself that things aren't going to happen. I actually go into overdrive and I work even harder to achieve it. So ironically, this time around, because we've seen so many changes coming through with Color Street with the change in compensation plan, we have new products that were added in here. We've seen, you know, just different things that are going on in the company. I've just decided it was time for me to just focus on running my business. Okay. I need to focus on my personal business so that I could be walking the walk, talking the talk, and sharing with my own stylist in my team. I just realized I didn't hit record. Guys, hold on. I was supposed to record this. Here we are recording late. It's fine. Anyway, I decided it was just time, you know, I needed to run my business and I needed to make sure that I was taking the steps of action that I could turn around and share with my own team to help support them as they're working towards continuing to build and get their business, the foundation of their business even stronger. Okay. So I dove into, I dove into taking the focus off myself. Is that kind of funny after I just said that? What has been such a huge thing for me is that Color Street has been a massive blessing. And so I thought, if I need my team to grow, what that requires, if I need my team and my business to grow, what that requires is that I bring in more people. So I know you're not going to like what I have to say, but that means parties. Okay. That means finding new contacts. That means coloring 10. That means opening your mouth, talking to people. And a lot of us got really comfortable in 2020 and 2021 when we had a lot of people just literally coming to us saying, I need your nails. I need them. I need them now. I need them fast. What do you have? I'm ready to shop. Okay. We got super comfortable in that. And now I feel like 2022, 2023 is back to what it was like in the very beginning in 2017 and 2018, where a lot of people didn't know who we are. The advantage now is people know who we are, right? And it was just a matter of, how are we going to share our product with the world? Well, we got to get it in front of people. And it's a lot easier to get it in front of people when you have things like a party or a hostess where someone else is also introducing their network to you. And so what I did was I took the goals that I had and I broke them down and said, what am I going to have to do to achieve these? Okay, so I love this tracker here with that Color Street provides, and I'll show you how to find it in just a minute. Because it breaks it down by months. So at this point in the game, you still have time in January, but you don't have August anymore. You don't have September. You don't have October, November, December. Okay, you don't have those options anymore. You're focusing on 3 months, and it's time for you to figure out what it's going to take for you to earn Jamaica. Is it going to take some work? Yes. One of the things that I have told people already is that it has taken tiresome effort to get where I'm at. To earn Jamaica by the end of November, level 2, I earned level 2 by the end of November, took tiresome effort. It took a lot of time, it took a lot of work, and it took a lot of dedication. Okay, so it took me 4 months to earn level 2. So you better believe, I wholeheartedly believe that every single person who's watching this, who's like, I really want to go to Jamaica, still has time to earn it in January, February, and March. Okay. So I'm going to give you a sequence of things that I believe you can do to help that happen. And I know people have said, I need some help with recruiting. This is not technically a recruiting call. There are hundreds of, I don't know, there are a lot of resources out there for recruiting. I recommend that you go look in the Stylist app. I recommend that you go to the official Color Street Stylist group and search the word enrolling or recruiting. I recommend that, I don't have it sitting here, that you read books. I recommend that you listen to podcasts, become a learner and learn how to do those things. Amanda Simon, who has been on the stage every single year except for the first year for recruiting, is a forever learner. She is constantly reading books and on learning how to become a better recruiter, enroller, and then leader. Okay, so it's not something that people are just, there's not a lot of people that are just naturally overnight good at that. So it takes time and it takes effort to grow that. But you don't have a lot of that, right? You don't have a lot of time and effort. So go and look, see if you can find some podcasts to listen to, do a little personal development every day for the next several days. Pump yourself up, let yourself know, remind yourself that people want to join your team and they want to be a part of what you have to offer. If you make it about them, if you share the opportunity for them, the way they can grow, the way they can become stronger by adding this Color Street business into their day-to-day life, then they're going to see the value in joining, okay? And I've told some other people this recently, and I'll tell you too, you have to make sure that you are sold on the opportunity first. It's hard to sell something you don't believe in. It's hard to sell something that makes you nervous. So make sure that you are completely sold on this opportunity too. Get rid of those negative thoughts, get rid of those negative Nancy's that are either dancing around in your head or talking to you on the sides. Walk away from the people who are making you feel like you can't achieve things. Because I'm telling you, I'm the voice right here that's telling you, you can earn Jamaica in the next end of January and the next 2 months after that. I know you can do it. 100%. You can do it. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you, I hope that you're already at 500 PV this month. And if you're not, you've got 8 whole days counting today to get there. And we just had that collection launch today that has my customers excited. There's a lot of chatter. I haven't had a ton of orders yet, but there's a lot of chatter. People are commenting on the post. People are looking at what it is. I've sent an email. I did a bulk order. I posted in my group. I've sent private messages. I have a 5-star VIP chat. I am sharing everywhere this amazing new collection. Okay. And I'm also looking for people, the people who have ordered a bunch, the people who are, just constantly supporting my business. And those are the people that I'm going to look at sharing the opportunity with. So obviously you want to get to 500 PV this month because you really want to earn those 6 free cosmetic products. And you don't want to count yourself out by the end of January because you got February to get there too. And so get yourself to 500 PV and start making those lists of people that you think or believe or know would be really, really good at this business, and start looking at how it can benefit them. And I encourage you this week to focus on bringing in those 4 stylists, those 4 qualified stylists. So if you already have 3 and you need just 1 more, your goal for the week is 1. If you need all 4, your goal for the week is 4. Okay, so you are like going to set your sights. You are going to laser in. You're going to focus on bringing in those recruits. That's the first thing I did. I knew I had to get that enrolling volume going. And so my brain switched over into how am I going to bring stylists into this opportunity, and in the process, make it about them so that they can grow and that they can have the opportunities in this business that I have. Because don't be selfish and keep it to yourself. If this is something that has been blessing you, you should be willing to share it with someone else, right? If you just ate a Twinkie and it was the best Twinkie ever, and you had another one to share and someone's sitting right there, why would you not share it? Why would you not tell them about it? Why would you not provide that opportunity for them to taste that goodness too, right? So a lot of this is just a mental game. Like I said, you have to tell yourself first that you can do it. You have to sell yourself on the opportunity, and then you have to start sharing what you love with other people. So I'm going to tell you right now, I am challenging you. First of all, make sure you're at 500 this month, because every $500, we also get a Jamaica point. Oh, see what corporate's thinking when they make it a 500 PV challenge? They are giving us challenges that intermingle with the different things that they're trying to help us earn and achieve. Okay, so I keep getting a bunch of messages. I got to make sure that people aren't telling me that something's not working on Facebook. Hold up, since I'm casting. Okay, no, not that. Okay, so you have 8 days left in January. Okay, and you need to have conversations with people about the business. So you need to determine how many people do you have left? Do you have 4 people left? Do you have 3? Do you have 2? Do you have 1? Okay, so it's going to take a lot of conversations to have that. And like I said, tiresome efforts. You got to be willing. You got to be. And when you're on the beaches of Jamaica, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, that week in January, it felt overwhelming, but it was 1 week that I really just put my pedal to the metal and I brought in the people I needed. Okay. So keep thinking of it in that regards. I know in the moment it feels like it's a lot. But you're going to set, I would like to challenge you to set a goal for the number of reach outs you're going to do every day that is realistic for you to be able to bring in anywhere from 1 to 4 people. Okay. And if you don't get your 4 people this week, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean that Jamaica is out the window. Okay. It doesn't mean that. But because we have those enrolling volume points, we need to make sure that we're getting people in and giving them time to have a launch party, to share with their friends, to start doing color 10 themselves, and to earn their jump starts. Because every new stylist that comes in, if they achieve all 3 jump starts, that is 1,500 PV. Okay, minimum 1,500 PV, and you need 6,000 in PV, in enrolling PV total. So if you have 4 new stylists, each of them achieves those jump starts, 15 or 5, 5, and 5. That means that they're going to have 1,500, which gives you the total 6,000 you need. But wait, I know I can do math. All right. The jumpstart period, or the earning period, now there's lightning, the earning period ends before their 95 days is going to be over if they are joining this week. You're right. You're right. So that means it's probably going to require that you help support them to get a little bit more than just the 500 each qualifying period. Okay. It's okay. It's just a matter of breaking it down into smaller chunks so it seems doable and reachable and attainable. Okay. So this week, I want you to, if you're watching this now or you're watching this in the replay, I want you to write in the comments right now, I am focusing on growing my team this week. Okay, so put on that. I'm focusing on growing my team this week. Because you can do this. I promise you, you can. Okay. So, and if you only have 1 stylist left to get, oh my goodness, that's only 1 stylist you got this week. That's nothing, right? Okay, and I know it's easier said than done. Believe me, I promise you. If you want to know how many recruits I have this month of January, it's a goose egg 0. I know, you guys, I got to follow my own advice and put the pedal to the metal this week. Just because I have Jamaica earned does not mean that growing my team and achieving my goals is over. Okay. There's always more. There's always more to be had. So we always keep consistency. Consistency is key. Okay. So then once you get your new stylist, here's what we're going to do. I'm giving you a little floor plan here. You're going to have weekly accountability calls, and you're going to focus on their goals. So they're going to sign up this week because you're manifesting that and you're putting the effort in and you're doing the work. So you're 4 new people or however many people you need. We're just going to say 4. Everybody work towards 4. Okay. Because it never hurts to have extras. If you're working towards level 2 or you're working, whatever you're doing. So you're manifesting that you're going to get 4 new stylists this week. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to set up weekly accountability calls with them. First of all, they sign up this week. You're going to have a call with them within 24 hours. I'm talking about on the dang phone, people. Let's connect with people. That is what we are in the business of relationships. And that's another thing that this is about, right? We're building relationships with our new teammates and we're helping them achieve their goals. So you're going to talk with them about what their goals would look like. And this is them talking and you listening. Please make sure that they're talking and doing the listening. This is not about you. I mean, yes, you want to achieve Jamaica, but helping others achieve their goals is like karma, guys. Like it pays you back. Okay. So you're going to have the first call, and then you're going to set up weekly accountability calls. When I'm doing those with my new stylists, I try to do them at the beginning of the week because people tend to be more focused. They're excited. They have their goals for the week, and then things start to happen and they pile up and more is added and more and that, more just keeps adding on. And so I want to catch them at the beginning of the week, have them set their goals so we know what they're working towards that particular week. But here's one thing you want to encourage them to do. You want to encourage them to make their goals in alignment with corporate. And you can do that by focusing on their jump starts. Now, yes, you're going to need more than just, if you only get 4 stylists, you're gonna need to help them focus on getting more than just the 500. So why not talk to them about 700? Because not only can they sell their 500 and they can earn, like if they join this week, man, you pedal to the metal. You want these people to be eligible to earn those free 6 products, right? But also if they can get to 700, in volume, they can rank advance in their very first month. They can hit that senior stylist level. They can earn that $50 bonus, cash bonus. They've achieved their first level of jump starts. And they're on their way to earning their own Jamaica points, okay? Because that's what you want to talk to your new stylists about. Here's what's in it for you. Here's what we can, this is all the stuff you've told me. And I definitely want to support you in your goals with Color Street. Let me tell you what aligning your goals with Color Street's goals can give for you. Okay. And I lay it out for them and it's up to them from there, right? So do you want to have an opportunity to earn Jamaica? Do you want to earn your jump starts? And I actually don't even talk to them about Jamaica the first few calls. I really don't, because that's a lot, right? A brand new stylist, it's like, if you word vomit on them, they're just like, okay, I made a huge mistake. I'm going to go ahead and just bow right out. And it happened with a couple of my stylists in the last year, where it was a lot of information and it was too much. And they said, you know what, this is more than I was cut out for. I got to take a step back. So don't feel bad if that happens either. Because even when you're very intentional with the way you share your things, it still happens. Okay, so make their goals in alignment with corporate, focus on jump starts and rank advancement. And if you can help them reach those goals, that's going to put more into your Jamaica bank, right? Okay, but you're also going to have to talk to them about how to do this. You can't just say, I need you to sell 500 PV, and they're over there like, first of all, what's PV? Second of all, you want me to do what? Okay, so I recommend that you help them with their launch party. And I'm going to give you a few ideas that I have on different things that you can do collectively with your new stylists, because you're going to have 4 of them that you're supporting, right? Things that you can collectively do to help support them over the next 2 months. I'm going to tell you all about it. Hold up. I need to find my little listy I was making earlier today. Well, how did that just disappear? Okay, I'll find that in a minute. You also can help your stylist learn to look beyond just social media, to look around them, to find those people who already know, like, and trust them, who are ready to shop, who are ready to buy whatever they ask them to buy because they are helping them get their business off the ground. So that's what I do with my new stylist in the very first call. I encourage them to make a list of 10 people, because we color 10. I want you to make a list of 10 people that you already know will support you no matter what you're doing. You could be asking them to buy rock salt. You could be asking them to buy manure for the garden, right? You could be asking them to buy anything. And these are the people that will support you regardless. So these are the people that I want you to go to first. I want you to invite them to order. I want you to share your excitement and enthusiasm about the business. And I want you to invite them to place an order. So let's say all those 10 people spend 40 PV. That's $400 that you could bring in just from those top 10 people. Now, these are also the people that you're going to ask and request to host parties for you. But I know, y'all, I've heard it. People don't want to party right now. So you have to be creative. I need to find my list. Where is it going? Okay, here we go. You've got to be creative. Okay, so there's a few things that you can do. We've heard Kelly train us on the multi-hostess battle party that you can do with your new stylist. That sounds like a ton of fun. Okay, so you have 4 new stylists that you're trying to help. Why don't you have, get them to reach out to those top 10 people. Okay, invite those people to place orders, and then you're going to have a multi-hostess battle party, and you're going to invite your stylist to ask one of those diehard, not warm market, but the hot market people to be their hostesses for this battle hostess party. That's huge. Okay. Also, did you guys remember that the kit's only $29 this month? Corporate is trying to give us a ton of tools to help us to bring in the people that we need to earn the things. It's only $29. Just a reminder. Okay, so you're going to have your one-on-ones. You're going to get those scheduled. You're going to invite them to contact and reach out to their top 10 people who they know, no matter what, they're going to order from them. They're going to check out the products. I would even say, why don't you talk to them about your favorite products and what you think they should try? Encourage them to check out the nail care line. Everybody needs a bottle of Color Street nail polish remover. As soon as they own nails, they need it. Okay. And check out those lips. They're luscious, and everybody needs a day-to-day tinted lip balm, right? Have your stylist talk to their families about the products that they love and make recommendations. So don't just, hey, I've got this new product and I think you're going to love this, give them suggestions. People want to be told what to do. All right. I have people that invite me to parties all the time. I have people that just drop me in their groups. I first of all want people to talk to me. I want them to make an effort to connect with me. And then I want them to tell me, you need to order by this date. I need you to order by this date. Here's some suggestions for what I think you should order. I like people to be direct and tell me, and maybe not everybody likes that, but it has worked for me to share that with other people. Okay. And then once you do that, then you're going to host some type of multi-hostess event. Now you could do it also where it's a multi-new stylist party only, where it maybe could be similar to like a mega party, but you're running a party that's just for new stylists. Now this could go beyond just your own personally enrolled people. This could go on to the rest of your team if you want to do that. If you want to host a new stylist only party where they can bring their guests in if they want to have their top 10 or if they want to have their 20 guests, and you are teaching them how to host, but while running a party for the entire group. And how fun is it to have a bigger group? Y'all know how great that is. Okay. Some other things I'm going to recommend that you do in the months of April, and I'm totally skipping months, February and March, to help bring in PV, not only for yourself, but also for your new enrollees, because you've got 4 of them that you're supporting. You're having weekly accountability meetings. You're talking to them about their goals. You're finding out what they've already achieved and what they're still working on. A book I always recommend to my new girls is Get Over Your Damn Self by Romy Newstead. They can listen to it on podcasts. They can read the book. They can get a workbook to work on it. I recommend that day 1 as well. So I recommend that they start reaching out to their 10 people, and I recommend that they get that book. Those are the first. And then I tell them to get on the website, add your picture, personalize it, put your pretty self up there so your people go to your website and know that it's you. Okay. So I try not to give them too many overwhelming things all at once, but those are the 3 things I encourage. And then we are meeting at the beginning of the next week and the week after that and the week after that. Okay. I got a little sloppy over Christmas. So if any of my new enrollees are like, Erin, I got a little sloppy over Christmas. I'm just being real. Okay. And then we're going to teach people to look outside of social media. I often encourage my new stylists to take their stylist kit. So if they do the $29 kit, they're not going to have this, but they can place an order and bring some stuff in for themselves. But I encourage them to have something local at their home, to invite their favorite people over. So maybe you're back to that top 10 list again. Hey, bring your top 10 people. I need you each to bring 1 guest with you. That makes a party of 20. Okay. You don't have to put the pressure on them. You don't have to ask them to host a party that invites 20 people right off the bat. You could host a party in your home and say, you know what, how about you each bring 1 guest or each bring 2 guests? That gives you 30 people there. And when you do in home, raise your hand if you've ever had this experience. Anytime I do something in person, in home, my sales at those events are significantly higher because there's peer pressure, number 1. There's FOMO. People don't want all these other people ordering and they're not ordering. I mean, they'll usually at least order 1 set. Okay. So getting those people there in person, people come to parties planning to spend. Now, if you do the ever large mistake of saying, come to the party, you don't have to buy anything. Stop it. Stop it. Same thing when you're talking to potential stylists. Hey, let's hop on the phone. You don't have to join. Like, okay, I shouldn't say don't right after that. I recommend that you use language that encourages them to participate in what you want them to do. Come to this party. I'm going to have some amazing sets and you're going to have a hard time picking. You're going to have a hard time narrowing it down because there's so many good options. Okay. Instead of, hey, you should come to the party, no pressure, you don't have to buy anything. Just come, just come. Okay, so in their mind, they're telling themselves before they get there, I'm just coming. I'm not buying any nails. And she technically gave me permission to do that. So I don't need to feel bad about it if I don't. Okay, we're not here to trick people, but people come to those situations in the mindset that you've put them in. And most of them, if you haven't put them in a mindset, they're coming to shop. So keep that in mind. Okay, so I know I'm kind of all over the place and I have notes in like 5 places. So here are some of the ideas for bringing in volume with every single week that are working towards getting their jump starts and rank advancing, so that they can get bonuses and points and earn the extra things from Color Street. Like they want to do these things. Okay. So the whole multi-hostess battle party, you could do it that way, or you could do a new stylist only event that you're running. In-home Galentine's event. I'm actually doing an in-home mother-daughter Galentine's event the Friday before Valentine's Day. A mom wants to have a party where she decided to do nails, and they're going to have it be their Galentine's event with their daughters. Okay. Also, have a party booking blitz with just your new enrollees. Set a goal, hop on a Zoom call with all of them, or get into a FaceTime or do a messenger chat or whatever, and do a party booking blitz. It doesn't have to be something huge. It can be something middle, just simple. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. So we are all going to hop on this call and we are going to be on here and looking at each other's faces as we're working. Let's send messages out to 10 different people and invite them to host a party for us in our brand new business. Okay. You could do an order blitz, right? Like same thing, message your 10 hot people. Let's see how we can bring in sales. And you know what? Most people have more than 10 people who are their diehards that would shop and support them no matter what they do. You just have to open your brand new stylist to the possibilities, to the people who are doing, that they want to buy the nails from them. So when I started Color Street, I did not have much of a following whatsoever on social media. In fact, y'all, I was that person who used social media to complain and whine and be upset about all the things that I thought I was being picked on for. Okay. If I was not having a good day, the first place I went was Facebook to go and drop it there. Now, my husband used to say, it's because you like the reactions. I literally half the time never even went back and read them. It was a place for me to dump the things that were driving me crazy. And I don't really know what my purpose was, but I did it. Okay. So needless to say, I did not have a strong social media when I joined Color Street. I was, even though Kelly France is my cousin and we're first cousins, our dads are brothers, even though that was the case, I did not have what she had. We're very different people. Right. So that was a little intimidating when I came in. And you need to make sure your new stylists know and remind them and help them see that they are just in the growth spaces. They are just writing their very first chapter in Color Street. They don't have to be at the level you're at, but that's why you're there to support them so they can eventually get there if that is what they want. Okay. So what I did was I had what I called the tour of Utah. I didn't live in Utah, but that's where most of my family is. I went back to Utah. I asked my best friends. I asked my mom. I asked my sister. I asked my sister-in-law, my other sister-in-law. Like I asked the people that I knew that would support me to have an in-home party in their home. And I said, pick a day this week. I'm coming to Utah and you're hosting a party for me. And I need there to be at least 10 guests there. Let's do this. And they did it. I only had one person that told me no, it was because they were literally out of town the week that we were coming. That was the only reason I accepted no for an answer. Okay. Because these are the people that know, like, and trust me already. These are the people that I would go to great lengths to support them as well. So I have that expectation for them, right? I think everybody has those people in their lives. So helping your stylists see the possibilities and know who they can reach out to bring those sales in. Now I'm going to tell you, I can't promise you this is going to be easy. I can't promise you it's even going to work, but it's definitely not going to work if you don't try. Right? Nothing, it'll be like, all of a sudden the quote went out of my head. You miss 100% of the shots you never take. So if you don't at least make an effort for Jamaica, you're not going to Jamaica. I mean, it's just the case, all right? You have to work. You have to put effort in. I mean, this is the note, one of the notes for it. You've got to work for it. And you got to know what's going to be work. If you joined Color Street with the idea that it was just the sales were going to flow in, everything was going to happen without effort, I'm sorry that you were had a misconception of how it worked. Yes, it's a direct selling company. Yes, it's a business you can run. Yes, you are your own boss, but you have to put in the effort that you expect out of it. If you want a CEO level paycheck, you got to work like a CEO. If you want a side hustle paycheck so that you can go and take your friends to lunch or go to lunch with your friends, then work at that level. If you want to go to Jamaica, you have to work at going to Jamaica level. Okay, so that's just me being a little bit real with you, that the effort has to be there. The results have to equal the effort that we're put in. Okay. Bren, I am still intimidated by social media. I'm telling you right now, I feel you. Okay, so right now, really quickly, I want you to drop any immediate questions that you have for me in the comments. I am going to go share my screen real quick because I'm going to show you how you can be looking and tracking for yourself. So, and I'm going to show you where to find this form, and you probably can search Jamaica Tracker if you want something that's a little bit cuter. Go in there and just color the heck out of this and fill it out for what you've already achieved. Holy heck. Celebrate what you've already done. If you've already got your 6,000 in PV, the required amount, mark it off. If you've got 8,000 in PV, mark it off. Give yourself some credit. Let's celebrate some wins. I want to see y'all finding a tracker and dropping it in the comments later. You're going to come back and drop a tracker in the comments because I want to see how much you have achieved. And if you have even 1 point, you have something to celebrate. If you have no points and you're on the verge of getting to one, you have something to celebrate. I'm telling you right now, celebrate that every little step along the way, because even if you don't get this tracker all the way filled out, your efforts 100% are moving your business forward. And that's what we're here for. This is just a catalyst that Color Street provides us to help us work a little faster in growing our businesses. But that's what you're here for. I mean, maybe somebody joined for the trip. You're working for it then, right? If you joined for the extra income, doing these things and making these efforts are going to bring that for you. If you join because eventually you want to have a large team and you want to make this a full-time gig for yourself, doing these things will take your business in the direction you want it to take you. Okay, so I can't remember what I told you to drop in the comments. Guys, someone tell me in the comments what I just told you I want you to drop in the comments. Oh my heaven, help me, you guys. My brain is so distracted because of this weather outside. I don't know why. But I'm going to go here and share my screen. Oh, I have to sign back into this first. Okay. Y'all are about to see the virtual office of Aaron Stones. It's not that exciting. There we go. Okay. So here is how you're going to find this. So over here, you see trip points and you're going to click view details. Okay. So right here, it's going to show you there's another tracker. There's so many visual ways for you to see where you were at as you were working towards earning this trip. Okay. So I'm telling you, it can be done. Now, there might be some confusion on what's going on here. This is the stylist tracker. Once your stylist has achieved a minimum of 300 PV and become, so I guess next month it'll be 150 PV, they will pop up here and it'll start showing you where they're at for the month. Okay. So this is their current PV for this month. And it also, oh my gosh, it's going to show you over here, total PV points that they have earned for you. Okay. This is the PV points that they have earned. Well, I mean, technically it's the same number of PV points they've earned for themselves, right? So because for every 500 they sell, that's how many PV points they've earned. So my stylists have earned these and I didn't get their permission to be showing you these numbers. So I should probably exit out. Okay, and it's going to show you here. Now you can earn extra points for personal rank promotions and for promoting leaders. Those are things that I have not earned points on this year. Yes, I have a massive amount of personal volume points. I'm going to say thank you to Double Points in November and December. November was a huge month for me. It was actually the highest amount of PV I've ever had in the history of my Color Street career. So that was huge for me. And I happened to double points that month. So that was definitely an advantage for me in being able to get to the next level, level 2. I would have hit it regardless, because that's who I am. Once I've achieved something, I'm going to make sure I can get as much as I can out of it. Okay, so here's another cool thing. You can look at the downline point report for your team. So if you have a team, you can check it out and see who's close. So here's a little tip for you. You can go into here and you can go is equal to, so greater than or equal to 12 points. Okay, and you're going to filter that. I'm going to put this right there. Okay, then you can't see people's names. Okay, and then they need a minimum of 4 enrollment points. Okay, so you can do the same thing, is greater than or equal to 4 points. Okay. Anyway, someone else got there. Okay, and then, and then we need enrollment volume. Okay, is greater than or equal to 12. Okay, and it eliminates for you, and it's going to show you your list. I can move this back over because I know that that's my face right there. So that's how you can look there. But you know what, if you've got a downline and you want to encourage them to get there, change these numbers. Okay, so let's do this at 10. All right, so who has 10 enrollment? Who has 10 there? Who has 3 enrollment points and 10 volume points? Okay, hold on. There's got to be. There we go. And I don't think Heather would mind because Heather is a rock star. And look at, she's already got 52 points. She already has the points that she needs. She already has the enrollment volume points. So all she needs to do is bring 2 more stylists in who are going to hit qualified status. So this is a huge tool that you can use in order to be able to support your team and see where they're at. This is also where the trip tracker is that you can fill out so that you can gauge where you're at. Remember, you need to take all these other months off, but you know what? If I were you, I wouldn't. If you earned points in these other months, go write those dang points down, give yourself credit and celebrate those things here, and then see what you have left to break it up into points. So if you are still, 3 points away in PV, you need to encourage yourself or set goals that will help you get a point in January, a point in February, and a point in March. That would be 500 each month. Imagine that, y'all. It can happen. Okay. So I just want to be able to show you guys how to do that. And then here is the brochure. If you're like, okay, what am I actually working for? This is going to show you the dates, September 20th to 24th, to make sure you have those on your calendar. This shows you all the requirements. Again, it gives you some examples of how you could achieve it. And it gives you the terms and details of that. So that's always important stuff to know. But all of this is found in just by clicking this view details on the trip tracker points. Okay. So I'm going back here to be reminded what I asked you to share in the comments. Yes, Danielle, the hustle will be so worth it when you're sitting on the beach in Jamaica. Let's see. 25 points so far, 31 points so far. You got this, Erica. I know you can do it. Brenda, you can always catch the replay. Oh, I hope your doctor's appointment went well. I always hope people had good doctor's appointments. The trip tracker is what y'all are you're gonna post in here later. I want you to post in the trip tracker once you've found one that you like and want to use. I need you to print it or put it on your phone or do whatever and fill it out so that you can share it in the comments here later, because I want to see where you're at in your trip tracker. Oh, I told you to ask me any questions you have. That's what I said, post any questions you have for me that I can answer for you right away. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I misread your comment, Brand. At first I thought you said I'm focusing on drowning my team this week. And I was like, what? Drowning them in what? Love? Kisses? Hugs? Drowning them and drowning them. Y'all are you're focusing on growing your business this week. You are so welcome. Danielle's at 49 points. She needs 2 more enrolling volume points. Oh my gosh, you're almost there. It is so going to happen, Danielle. And if you're stylist, so if you already have your 4 stylists that you need, and you're working on the enrolling volume points, what you're going to do this week is work on scheduling those one-on-one weekly calls with your new stylists that have joined since the trip began. All right. I mean, yes, you can bring in more stylists. It never hurts to bring in more stylists, obviously, but you want to focus on helping those stylists reach their goals in bringing in their sales, because obviously you want them to also earn all the things too. Nothing is greater than being able to celebrate with them. Okay, someone just said they love my hoodie, and because I can't handle things and be distracted. This is my team hoodie that I had made for my team. This is the logo that I started using right when my brother designed it for me. So anyway, it's my team hoodie. It's an OG team hoodie, so I love it too. Okay, so I don't see anyone popping any questions in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions you want me to address. I would love to see your Jamaica trackers so we can celebrate along with you and encourage along with you. I also would encourage you to reach out to your upline and let them know what your goals are. Say, I really want to earn Jamaica. I really want to, I really want to earn the 6 products by selling 500 this month and selling 500 next month. This is an amazing community. There are a million trainings that Kelly has done over the years that you can find. There are lots of trainings as well in the official Color Street Stylist group. You can search on YouTube. There's so much information out there. It's a little overwhelming how much there is, but the resources are there, right? And the drive can be there. I'm going to go back to it. It's going to take some tiresome effort for you to achieve the goals that you have, but it will be worth it tenfold when you are laying on the beach next to me and we are reminiscing about this about this training that has been a little bit all over the place. When we're talking about that and saying, man, that last week of January, the week that I got my hustle on, it was worth it. It was worth it. And just a fun fact, in the social selling world, in the direct sales industry, the last week of January is always the strongest week of January, always, because people are finally coming out of their holiday funk. They've gotten their payments made on their credit cards, or they're like, how they figured out they can't pay their credit cards. They're starting to work on tax returns. Like, it's a great week. It's a great week to bring in sales, to bring in volume, to bring in new stylists and opportunities. So y'all, let's get after the greatest week of January. Let's share this opportunity. Let's make it about them. Let's help them achieve goals. And in the process, karma will pay us back. And actually, it's not just karma. It's your hard work. It's your dedication. It's your efforts that will inevitably pay you back. And no matter what the end result is as you work towards Jamaica, it will be forward progress and forward motion in your business. And that's what we're here for. So last chance to see any questions, nothing there. So y'all have an amazing Tuesday. Pray for those of us that are hiding from the tornadoes. Hopefully they will not get me. All right. Bye, guys.